Here at FridayNightGlory.com, here with Coach Jay Cline of Creekview High School after you've beat Newman Smith 21-0 here at Stranger Stadium. And congratulations on an undefeated district record, which we never need to take lightly. And I mean, that's a wonderful achievement. And also, it's an 8-game winning streak for you guys, which another thing you can't take very lightly. And I know you have to be very proud of your staff and your kids.
I got the best staff in Texas. Those guys had a great game plan. Especially defensively. Those guys came in and we executed to a T. Very proud of that effort. The offensive guys had a great plan. You got to give Newman Smith some credit. They made this a heck of a battle. They did a great job defensively and gave us all we wanted. But, yeah, very proud of the kids for hanging in and fighting. As you talked a while ago, from the very beginning till now, this is what we thought we would do, and it's nice to see it come to fruition.
Well, I think we were kind of talking a little bit off camera about kind of how the full circle kind of came in. We did the spring game with you in late May, had some very young people on the offensive line, some very, very green people in other skill positions where you're very concerned at that point in time. I know it was spring, but you're saying, hey, we got to get better in the summer if we're going to be a good football team coming up. Yeah. Had a couple of bumps in the road early in non-district, but you turned the corner on the third game where you and I kind of talked about that. And you got to be pleased just at how everything's kind of come to being district champs and being undefeated.
No doubt about that. And I'm also proud of the kids because, all spring we worked on being able to throw the football a little more. And then we got into district and we just didn't, in the early beginning we didn't need to do it. And I thought tonight our kid that we threw the ball well offensively. So, that's a bright spot for us. Very proud of them, and we got to continue to get better. We're not done. We have a goal of making a run in the playoffs, and I think we can. We just got to continue to work and get better every day.
Well, there's one thing I do want to know. I don't want to try to get next week yet, just without enjoying this a little bit. It's great that I think you made a very good point about being able to pass the football because you're going to have to be balanced if you want to advance in the playoffs, obviously.
No doubt about that. And I thought they did a good job tonight. You look at, at DeEmerick, Thomas came out and he made a big play for us defensive end that we played some at receiver, and not just him but all the receivers. And I thought Eddie threw the ball well. So we'll continue to work on that and try to be, to be able to do that to keep people off balance, not be able to just load the box on us.
Sure. Well, I think that the one thing that I've always appreciated is that we alluded to it a little bit last week, after you beat Brian Adams, about Woodrow Wilson, was about your special teams, shorten up the field. I thought you did a good job of having field position throughout, which was able to still give you a chance of being in your game plan.
No doubt about it, and we worked that all week. It was a big deal for us to make sure that we try to keep, we flipped the field and we kept them on the long end. Yes. And I thought our kids did a great job with that. Our punt team was fantastic tonight. The last couple of weeks we've had some issues with that. Yeah. Made a few changes and went and worked hard on it, and I thought the kids responded and did a great job.
Yeah. Well, hey, Coach, don't want to get ahead, but I know you got Rockwell Heath, I believe, next week. Yep. I don't exactly know the location. Sorry, I've been out of loop a little bit this week. But
we're going to play Rockwell Heath next Friday at Clark Stadium in Plano at 7:30.
7:30. Okay, that's what I figured. And I know you probably had a chance to look at them a little bit. Is there anything that that you see about them that you don't?
I'll be honest with you. We put all of our intention to this game. All I've done is we went through and we broke down a little bit of data, but I couldn't answer that really right now.
Well, hey, Coach, listen, I want you to go enjoy it with your kids. This is, again, back-to-back district champs. That's something, again, also you need to, you and your staff need to enjoy that at least for 24 hours.
No doubt.
I know it's hard not to get ahead of yourself, but that's a wonderful achievement, and it's great that a Carrollton school is involved in something like that, especially, with Friday Night Glory kind of being with the emphasis with you guys. It's nice to cover. It really is.
Well, and that's what we talk to our kids about every day is the fact that we need to get past the stigma of not achieving or more in football because we're a good football team. Yes. Newman Smith's a good football team. Yes. And I'm proud to be in this district, and our kids are working hard, and and we're going to continue to do that. Just before we get out, I just want to shout out to Coach Russ and his staff, man. They did a great job tonight, and they're going playoffs again as well. So it's a great deal for CFB, and I'm proud to be associated with that.
And I'm glad you did make that. This will be my last question to you. I'm glad you did mention the Paul Wrestler, because the one thing that I have gotten from the last 4 or 5 years of you guys is that this is a heated rivalry, but you guys pull for each other. Yeah. nonstop. And it's wonderful for me because you've changed a Smith guy to be able to pull for Creekview because of the love between the two head coaches, because there's no animosity, there's no hatred, there's nothing but love between you guys.
No doubt about that. Yeah, and when I got this position, as we've talked many times, Paul is a mentor to me. He's helped me along the way, and now we're a sounding board for each other. And we're proud of that, and we think that it brings even more to the game and to the community. So we're very proud of that relationship that we have.
And the irony of all that is that Paul last week, we were there in Franklin Stadium last week. We go up there. He's rooting for you when there's good things going up there in the press boxes. He's charting plays, scouting you for the following week. That to me is wonderful.
We shouldn't have let him in, though, because obviously he got something there to put a good game plan together.